환영합니다. Welcome to K-Culture Dive, where we dive deeper into the heart of Korean culture with K-entertainment issues, AI culture news, and today, our K-Culture Issues segment, where we take a dive into the latest musicals this month. And I'm your host, Kwon So-wa. Let's dive in. And joining me this Friday is our co-host, Walter Lee. Hello, Walter. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, Soa, and happy Friday to all the viewers watching. I'm Walter Lee, here to co-host next to Soa and give you the latest in Korean entertainment.
Walter, let's get started with K-Enter News. Now, Walter, earlier this week, we reported on the passing of legendary actor Ahn Sung-ki. And I hear this Friday, people said their last goodbyes to him.
That's correct, Soa. So on Friday morning at 7 a.m., the funeral procession for Korea's national actor Ahn Sung-ki departed from the funeral hall at the Seoul St. Mary's Hospital and made its way to Myeongdong Cathedral in Seoul. Now, fellow actors Chung Woo-sung, Lee Jung-jae carried the memorial portrait and the Order of Cultural Merit, while actors Seo Kyung-gu, Park Chol-min, Yoo Ji-tae, Park Hae-il, Cho Woo-jin, and Chu Ji-hoon served as pallbearers. Now, a memorial mass for the resting of Ahn was held at Myeongdong Cathedral that was presided over by Archbishop Chung Sun-taek of the Archdiocese of Seoul. The official funeral ceremony followed at 9 a.m. as family members and colleagues gathered to bid their final farewell. Media reports say that Kim Do-ho, a director of the Shin Young-gyun Arts and Cultural Foundation, where Ahn Sung-ki served as a chairman, presented a biographical tribute. Eulogies were reportedly delivered by Chung Woo-sung and director Bae Chang-ho, who also served as head of the funeral committee. Also, Ahn's eldest son, Ahn Da-bin, offered words of gratitude on behalf of the family.
An actor beloved by many in the entertainment industry and of course also the public. So Ahn Sung-ki will truly be missed.
Indeed.
And Walter, we're going to talk next about G-Dragon. So what's the news?
Yes, so K-pop icon G-Dragon is getting ready for a very special moment with fans as he prepares to hold his incredibly first ever solo fan meeting since his debut. Now, on Thursday, G-Dragon revealed teaser posters on his official fan community and social media channels. According to the posters, the 2026 G-Dragon fan meeting will take place from February 6th to 8th in Seoul. Now, the news is drawing even more buzz as it comes less than a month after the grand finale of his G-Dragon 2025 World Tour Übermensch, which swept across 12 countries, 17 cities, and 39 shows, drawing roughly over 825,000 fans worldwide. Now, rather than actually taking a break after that massive tour, G-Dragon is choosing to meet fans first, once again showing his deep appreciation and love for his supporters. The upcoming fan meeting is expected to offer much more intimate and personal experiences, giving fans a rare chance to connect with the artist beyond the stage.
I wonder how it's going to be different from his concert, this fan meeting. I wish I could be there. If anyone can get me tickets, please contact me.
Yes.
But lastly, Walter, let's head to the box office and see how a particular Hollywood movie is doing here in Korea.
Yes, so Avatar: Fire and Ash continues its strong run at the box office, surpassing 5.7 million admissions nationwide. Now, according to Box Office Mojo, as of Wednesday, the film has earned almost $45 million in Korea alone, ranking 5th globally. This is behind North America, China, France, and also Germany. This achievement mirrors the success of Avatar: The Way of Water in 2022. Once again proving just how passionate Korean audiences are about the Avatar franchise. However, as the film enters its fourth week in theatres, it has given up the top spot at the box office to the romance drama Once We Were Us, or 만약에 우리, and industry watchers predict a realistic final total of around 7 to 8 million admissions, which actually is roughly 2 million shy of the previous two Avatar films.
Well, great achievement for Avatar. I mean, I haven't watched it yet, so I might be contributing to those numbers still going up from this point on. But I'm also very curious about Once We Were Us, as it has surpassed Avatar. So maybe that's a story for next time.
I hope so.
But thank you very much, Walter, for those updates.
No worries.
And now let's go over to our AI anchor Arang, who is ready to give us more culture-related news. Arang, over to you.
Thanks, Sua. I'll take it from here. Here's your AI guide to the latest cultural headlines from Korea. Let's begin with our top story. Amid worsening tensions between China and Japan, South Korea emerged as the top overseas travel destination for Chinese travelers during the New Year holiday. According to the latest Chinese aviation data, Korea ranked first among destinations from mainland China between December 29th and January 4th, with more than 1,000 flights recorded. Thailand ranked second, followed by Japan. The number of Chinese visitors to Japan during the New Year holiday fell 33% from a year earlier, to around 258,000. Support to preserve and pass down Haenyeo, a traditional ritual unique to the Jeju Haenyeo community, will be expanded this year. Jeju Special Self-Governing Province announced it will raise the subsidy rate for the Haenyeo support program from 50% to 70%, and allocate a total of 98 million won, or about $67,300 for the initiative. Haenyeo is a Jeju ritual traditionally performed from early January through March on the lunar calendar, during which Haenyeo pray for safety at sea and an abundant catch. While the ritual is recognized as an important cultural heritage of the Haenyeo community, growing concerns over its long-term preservation have prompted calls for expanded support. A special exhibition spotlighting horses opened today at Shinsegae Department Store's main branch in central Seoul, ushering in the Year of the Red Horse. Under the title, Galloping into Eternity, the exhibition features reproductions of horse-related artifacts excavated by the National Research Institute of Cultural Heritage, along with photographs, videos, and craft works centered on horses. They include horse-shaped clay figurines from the Silla period called Tou, and reproductions of horse armor from the Gaya era, tracing the history and symbolism of horses. The exhibition is open to the public free of charge through January 25th. That's all from me. Keep it tuned to K-Culture Dive.
Earlier this week, we talked about the 2026 Milan-Cortina Winter Olympics with our sportscaster Jason Lee. Now, today, we take a look at Team Korea gearing up for a pivotal year on the global sporting stage, especially as the Winter Games approach. The push begins with the 2026 training commencement ceremony for national athletes held at Korea's main training center. Our correspondent Park Gun-woo was there.
Sliding and gliding smoothly before accelerating as if it were an actual race. For these Korean national team athletes, slowing down is not an option as the clock keeps ticking, lap after lap, in pursuit of their goals.
I feel grateful to compete in my third Olympics alongside such great teammates. I'll give it my all once again, and with the skaters that I trust, we will show once more why Korea is a powerhouse in short track.
And it's not just the ice skaters who are shedding blood, sweat, and tears. Athletes from other disciplines, including curling, are also fully locked in, carrying bold ambitions of their own. That comes as mixed doubles curling is the very first match for Team Korea in the upcoming Winter Olympics.
We always review our matches, focusing more on the positives. That's helped us improve over time. We're confident we will win the first game, and a strong start will definitely boost the morale of the entire Korean team.
In about 30 days' time, these athletes will finally get the chance to show the world the effort they've poured in for months, possibly years, at the Winter Games in Milan and Cortina d'Ampezzo for around 2 weeks. And that determination is on full display, as loud Team Korea chants filled the air during the 2026 training commencement ceremony held Wednesday at the Jincheon National Training Center in Central Korea. Athletes from a wide range of sporting disciplines, also including summer sports, gathered, reaffirming their resolve for the season ahead. With major international competitions lined up this year, including the Winter Games, Korea's sports ministry says expanded government support is on the way.
International competitions are major events that reflect a nation's global standing. The fair play and confident sportsmanship you show in competition make Korea a source of pride worldwide. Our ministry will continue to support you fully so that you can focus solely on training and turn all your dreams into reality.
While South Korea claimed 2 gold medals at the Beijing Winter Games 4 years ago, this time the country now aims to add at least 1 more, possibly from disciplines beyond its traditional ice sports strongholds. With just about a month to go until the Olympics begin, athletes will continue to train hard, carrying the determination they forged here, aiming to make the national anthem echo through arenas and help South Korea shine on the global stage. 박건우, Arang News, Jincheon.
The year-end and beginning of the new year is the busiest season for the performing arts, with brand new productions, revivals, and headline-making shows all opening at once. Many people find themselves asking, what should I go see this month? Today, we'll take a closer look at some of the must-see musicals currently on stage with Professor Ji Hae-won, a culture critic and professor at Kyunghee University. Welcome, Professor Ji, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
So we also welcome you on K-Culture Dive. The last time that we talked was on the Culture Wave.
Right.
And we did talk about the 2025 best productions of the year last year. So now we're going to talk about the new stuff.
Okay.
And it looks like the musical scene is very vibrant right now.
Right.
We've got some well-known titles dominating the charts. And I understand that you went to watch some of those as well recently.
Yes, I did. So as you just mentioned, the winter holiday is the peak season for the performing arts. So I've seen several theater productions, including Kinky Boots, Beetlejuice, and Moulin Rouge. So personally, the return of Beetlejuice was especially impressive, with the Kim Jun-soo joining the cast as Beetlejuice and challenging himself with the comic acting for the first time. And the Kinky Boots has been a box office hit in Korea since its premiere in 2014. So this 7th production continues to captivate the audiences with its energetic performance.
All right, we're going to talk about some of these productions now in more detail. So let's talk about Kinky Boots first.
Okay.
So it has been receiving consistently praise from the audience. So what's behind this lasting power? And when you went to watch it, how was the response and the atmosphere from the audience?
Right. When Kinky Boots was first introduced in Korea 10 years ago, no, it's like almost 12 years ago.
Wow.
So I was actually a little concerned about whether the material would resonate in our country because where audiences are relatively unfamiliar with the drag queen culture. However, the musical's key message, just be who you want to be, is the key message. So that is a very powerful force that inspire audiences with the courage and energy. So especially Lola and the Angels, captivating dance and singing are crucial elements that the audiences to fully enjoy the musical's unique charm. So the day I went to see it was the Christmas day. So it was sold out performance. So I also noticed that there were some audience members who wearing the red costumes, which is the Kinky Boots' signature color and the Christmas color as well. So and the viral marketing for Kinky Boots are also contributed greatly to the success of this musical. So and you guys probably heard about the YouTube channel 방송국 musical star were Girola. So many audiences seemed already familiar with the numbers like Land of Rolla or Raise You Up through the various media contents, and it seemed they really loved the show, and it seemed like they waiting for the numbers, and they are just enjoy the show.
I can imagine how it would have been at the site, feeling that energy by the audience together.
Have you seen the
Christmas
show?
Day. I haven't watched it yet. I wish I
should.
can before this winter season. I'll try.
Yes, it's one of the biggest names in musicals when you talk about a lot of the big names. Kinky Boots is one that comes up, but another one that does come up is Beetlejuice, and you mentioned just before a little bit how impressed you are. Now, this season in particular, it has generated a lot of buzz. From your perspective, what is the core appeal of this musical, and what stood out for you the most?
Personally, I loved the Tim Burton's movie when I was a kid. So I first saw the musical version on Broadway 2019. So and it premiered in Korea in 2021. So making it a relatively quick introduction to Korea. So because it's a comedy and fantasy, the musical has a fast tempo, and the synergy between the actors is very crucial. So in that sense, the chemistry between the actors in this production is truly remarkable. Kim Jun-soo, Jung Sung-hwa, and Jung Won-young play the Beetlejuice, while Hong Na-yeon and Jang Min-jae play the little girl Lydia. So one of the charm of this musical is the magical stage effect, so such as projection mapping and rotating stage, or the three-dimensional structures and large-scale puppets. So the extraordinary stage presented by supernatural being Beetlejuice captivates the eyes and ears of the audiences all the time.
And I feel like Kim Jun-soo, the actor, he has established himself like as a musical actor in recent years that you almost forget that he used to be a member of a K-pop group and, has been singing K-pop before. So yeah, I think that's another one that I have to put on the list. But both Kinky Boots and Beetlejuice, Professor Z, are licensed productions.
Right.
And some people say that the tone and the energy change when they meet Korean actors and Korean audience, of course. So how do you see licensed musicals evolving on the Korean stage?
Right. What distinguishes the performing arts from the film is that it is the live entertainment. So in other words, the live arts is finally completed on stage when it meets the audiences. Accordingly, performing arts are also local arts with the local audiences, which means that the interaction with the live audiences is reflected a lot in the completion of the work. So both Kinky Boots and Beetlejuice are based on the film produced in the United States. So they present the subject matters that feels emotionally somewhat distant to us and contains some unfamiliar humors as well. But that distance is overcome with excellent translation and localization and the connection with the audience members. In particular, comedian Lee Chang-ho, Girola, who played Girola on YouTube, he actually participated in the adaptation and translation of Beetlejuice this time, so achieving the Korean-style localization. So in the case of Kinky Boots, it feels like the audience has completely fallen in love with this show already, and it has been performed for over 10 years in Korea. So and you can see them all dancing and singing together during the curtain call.
That must have been a sight.
Everyone is standing up.
Including yourself?
Of course.
And now there are some new productions to look forward to this January. Which ones would you like to introduce us to?
Right, a new musical Arang, Myeongdong is about to open this month. So the show is based on the novel The Dream Journey to the Peach Blossom Land Myeongdong by Choi In-ho, which took motif from the tale of 도미 설화 in 삼국사기. So it depicts the tragic love of Arang and her husband Domi, and the King Yeogyung's vain desire become intertwined. So musical Myeongdong is produced by Acom Company, which was produced the last Empress Myeongseong and Hero Young-eun, and this show will premiere at National Theatre of Korea on January 27th. So I am very looking forward to see this show. So Min Woo-yeok and Kim Joo-taek will play Yeogyung, Yuria and Ha Yun-ju play Arang, and the role of Domi will be played by Lee Chung-ju, Kim Sung-sik, and Yoon Chae-won. So as this show, this musical was adapted from a novel based on the Korean folktale, it was actually planned as a global project from the beginning. So, and I'm so excited to see how it will captivate audiences beyond Korea.
But not to be mistaken with our AI anchor Arang.
Right.
But I think, this is based on a Korean novel, and it revolves around Korean history, and it involves Korean music like pansori.
Right.
So how more Korean can it get? So I think it's going to be really significant if such a Korean production will make it big overseas as well. And I think the producer also said what is Korean can also be universal.
Right.
So let's do hope that this is also going to make it around the world as well. But Professor Z, when we look at the Korean musical market today, there's a lot of attention centered on the star cast, with the same actors sometimes repeatedly doing the same roles. So are there some pros and cons regarding this star-driven structure, would you say?
It is common in Korea musical market for the multiple actors to play one character. So producers cast stars because they consider marketing effects and box office success as well. And it also has the advantage of following the fans of those stars to develop into musical theater. So this aims to stimulate the desire to our audiences as well to see the stars in person, whom they've seen only on TV or big screen. So, however, one of the drawbacks is that there are many cases where the audiences come to see the show, and the actors rather than the show. So even for the same show, there are often cases where ticket sales vary greatly depending on the specific actor. So in other theater markets such as Broadway or West End, it is more common for one actor play one character. In other words, multicasting is not usual, except for their child actors. Child actors do the multicast. So, and the actors who performed on opening night, we call them original cast. And they, of course, in the case of a long-running show, the actors are naturally replaced, and they would become the replacement cast.
But I think it's interesting. Sometimes people go watch a musical because they have their maybe favorite K-pop star being there, but then they fail in the ticketing. They turn out to watch the other actor, and then they fall again in love with that other musical actor. So I think it's always a good idea, if you like one play or one musical, to watch these different versions.
Indeed, indeed. And it's still the start of the year. So finally, if we take a brief look at 2026, I'm sure we'll get to talk about them throughout the year. But are there any trends, keywords that you would like to speak with our audience, or that we should keep an eye on for this year?
Yeah, in 2026, a number of recent Broadway productions are scheduled to premiere in Korea. The recent Broadway musical Lempicka depicts the life of painter Tamara de Lempicka, will be introduced to Korea Korean audiences in March, so it's like 2 months away. And Hell's Kitchen, which is based on the life and the music of legendary singer-songwriter Alicia Keys, will be performed at GSR Center in July. And Disney theatricals Frozen, 겨울왕국, will be performed in Korean productions at the Charlotte Theater in August. And in addition, other major works such as 광화문 연가, 광화문 Love Song, Beethoven, Billy Elliot, and Phantom of the Opera are scheduled to return to stage once again in 2026. So I think we should keep an eye on Korean musical theater this year as well.
And you're going to help us with that, of course.
Of course. We should go together.
Yes, that's a good idea. I think it's interesting, though, that Frozen is going to be released in August, because you would think you would see it in the winter season.
Of course.
But so many interesting musicals to look forward to, and especially because of maybe Happy Ending's success last year. I think that's a momentum for Korean original musicals also to grow this year. So lots to look forward to.
Yes, I hope many musical theaters go beyond Korea. I mean, there are many other countries. So
yes, so excited about that to happen.
Me too.
And thank you very much, Professor Ji, for your insights today, and have a great weekend.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you.
And thank you, Walter, as always. Have a wonderful weekend, and we're going to see you back on Monday.
See you on Monday.
Thanks for watching and your interest in everything K-Culture. K-Culture Dive will be back on Monday, 2 p.m. Korea time. Have a culture-filled weekend and keep diving.